Yeah, I know LeBron stans will disagree, but all I ask is for you to watch the evidence I present in this video for yourself before arguing in the comments. Why are we talking about something from 13 years ago? Because the entire landscape of the league has been altered from this series. Had OKC won as they should have in 2012, LeBron's legacy would be completely different right now, as well as Kevin Durant's. The NBA had been counting on LeBron James to carry the league the way Jordan did in the 90s, but with no championships, that was impossible to do. So at this point in 2012, the league was at a crossroads with LeBron. LeBron had to win a championship now, or else the league would not have been able to salvage his career. Had LeBron lost to OKC the way he should have, if the league hadn't instructed the refs to favor LeBron in the Heat, he may very well have never won a single championship. Because if OKC had won, then Harden would not have left, and those guys would have continued to dominate the league for the next few years. They likely would have won 3 chips in a 5-year span, stacking up championships for Durant, while LeBron would be on the outside looking in. And that's exactly what should have happened, and I will show you video proof of the refs intentionally helping LeBron and sabotaging OKC and Kevin Durant. Now, as far as I remember, the officiating in Game 1 was actually pretty fair, and OKC won easily. Kevin Durant was pretty much unguardable. Look at what he was doing in Game 1. And by these clips, you can tell, yeah, he was a problem for LeBron James.
Durant, fake jumper, got it. Comes Durant to the basket, launches and fires it down for a three-point play. Durant for 3, bang! Durant to the basket, lays it in. Durant again, knocks it down. 13 points in the fourth, and there's still 4.5 to play. James.
All of those shots were in the fourth quarter. Durant already had 13 points in the first 7.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And there was nothing Miami could do to stop him. Look at how effortlessly he was scoring. This is when the game was on the line, and this was when OKC put the pedal to the metal. OKC's strategy was to pace themselves. They wanted Miami to exert most of their energy the first 3 quarters. And then OKC was going to unleash on them in the fourth quarter, which is precisely what you see Kevin Durant doing in these clips. And it was the perfect strategy. As you can see, Miami had no answer, which is why the refs had to start helping LeBron, because that was the only way to stop KD. Which brings us to Game 2. Miami is up 96-91 with under a minute left in the game. Let's watch what happens.
Wade on the drive, splits, gets inside, pass to Bosh to the finish.
Okay, so Bosh scores to put Miami up by 7 with 53 seconds to go. Should be easy for the superior Miami team to hang on, right? Let's see.
Looking to spot for 3. Durant does attack the rim and scores quickly.
Again, look how easy it was for Durant to score. Right over LeBron like it was nothing. OKC down 5, 50 seconds to play.
Fisher on Wade, splits the defense, knocked away, stolen by Fisher. Harden ahead to Cephalosha, back to Westbrook. Durant puts up a 3, bang! Kevin Durant makes it a 2-point game.
OKC with the steal, and again, Durant was unfreaking stoppable. I showed you what he did in the fourth quarter of Game 1. I showed you what he did in the fourth quarter of Game 2. This is how you perform in the finals. Kevin Durant is a killer. He's 23 years old here and emulating Michael Jordan, emulating Kobe Bryant, emulating Larry Bird. He should have been the face of the league. This is who Kobe was supposed to pass the torch to. OKC on a 5-0 run in 17 seconds. Down 2 with 37 seconds to go. Miami ball. Now, let's see how LeBron responds under pressure.
James puts up a three. Off the mark. Bosh tips it out. Picked up by Cephalosha. And a timeout called by the Thunder.
Game on the line. LeBron breaks a three, and you want to tell me that LeBron James is better than Kevin Durant? OKC down 2 with 12 seconds to go in regulation. So naturally, they give the ball to Durant, which has been pretty much automatic unless this happens.
Lose the game. They have a foul to give. Durant on the drive, shot short. Westbrook lost it. James has it, and they foul James.
Okay, wow. Finally, Durant missed. Let's see why he missed. Let's take it to the replay. You can clearly see this is a foul, which was not called. And then the commentator, Mike Wilbon, even says that it was a foul.
I mean, you let some things go during the game, but right here, LeBron James fouls the grabs it once, twice, that's a foul, period. Go to the line, should have been shooting two.
Nothing called. LeBron James goes the other way after they foul. He makes both free throws.
And to make things even worse, Westbrook was about to grab the rebound, and then LeBron grabbed and pulled his wrist down and stole the rebound away. And again, the refs turned a blind eye. LeBron fouled both Durant and Westbrook on the same play and no call. Why do you think that is? This no call right here altered the history of the league. Do you really think that this referee could not clearly see the foul? Do you think this was an accidental no call? Of course not. The league was helping LeBron to build his legacy and his fake GOAT case. If this had been called as it should have, this game would have went into overtime and KD would have dominated Miami just like he had been, and OKC would have been up 2-0, and there's no way in hell they would have lost this series. But of course, the foul was not called, and the series is now unjustly tied, which takes us to Game 3, where we are going to have more egregious officiating.
Oh, yeah, he behind the line.
that should have been a three.
So here we are in the first half, and this was an OKC shot counted as 2, but you can clearly see is a 3. As you can hear, the studio analysts confirm.
Oh, yeah, he behind the line.
that should have been a three.
If this was the only questionable call throughout the game, it wouldn't be a big deal because I know mistakes can happen. But how do you explain this?
As Wade goes baseline, never touched by Harden, but there's a foul called.
Let's look at it again.
As Wade goes baseline, never touched by Harden, but there's a foul called.
Even the announcer says never touched by Harden, and he chuckles as he says there's a foul called.
Never touched by Harden, but there's a foul called.
Where's the foul? Where is it? Where's the foul?
Second quarter, Kevin Durant, the three right over LeBron James. That's such a tough shot.
And as you can see, Durant resuming in Game 3 exactly where he left off Games 1 and 2, effortlessly scoring against LeBron James, which takes us to the second half. OKC up 7 with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. And you can see, once again, Durant easily scores over LeBron to put OKC up 9. This is not a fluke. OKC was better than Miami. Durant is better than LeBron. This was his 21st point in the game with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Durant was unguardable. The only way to stop him was to call bogus fouls against him to force him to the bench.
The turnover leads to an easy bucket for Miami. And that's their first field goal of the third quarter. They only scored 6 points in 6 minutes.
So Miami has only scored 6 points in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter because Durant is dominating as he has been this entire series, which is why on the next possession they had to do this.
Wade drives the baseline, little fake, and Durant can't believe the call. I think it's going to be the 4th on Durant. Kevin Durant just picked up his 4th foul, 2nd straight game. He's got foul difficulty as Harden will come in. Well, it doesn't look like anything there. Well,
you can hear the announcer Mike Breen says, doesn't look like anything there, and then nope, after watching 2 replays, because there wasn't anything there.
I'm sure there are a lot of Oklahoma City fans right now saying, what about that same spot at the end of game 2? I'm sure there are a lot of Oklahoma City fans right now saying, what about that same spot at the end of game 2?
Right, that to me is a play on. He bit on the fake a little bit.
Well, Durant will sit. Now a decision for Scott Brooks. Now his team is up by 6, which certainly helps him right now, but how long do you let him sit?
All right, so you can see Wade leaning into Durant and then driving his elbow into him. Pump fake. KD jumps straight up, avoids contact, smart defense. And then Wade initiates contact and hurls up a prayer. This was not a foul on Durant, especially not in the playoffs, definitely not in the finals. And we'll look at it from another angle. Again, you can really see Wade drive that elbow into Durant to try to get position. Pump fake, Durant jumps straight up, arms stretched out. And Wade initiates the contact. And the refs call another crucial BS foul against OKC. And more importantly, a 4th foul against Kevin Durant that forces him to sit on the bench. That was the only way they could stop him. As you can see, he already had 21 points on 9 of 13 shooting, with nearly a quarter and a half left in the game. Well, now that Durant's on the bench, I wonder what's going to happen now.
Wade kicks it out, James for 3, puts it in.
So with Kevin Durant on the bench, Miami goes on a 16-7 run and takes a 2-point lead near the end of the third quarter. And look how smug LeBron looks. He's so proud of himself. You can literally see him stifling that self-satisfied smirk. This guy can only compete when he has some kind of significant advantage. He clearly is not on Kevin Durant's level and could only get the lead when Durant was on the bench. And unfortunately, even when KD did come back into the game, he was never the same player. He played timid because he was afraid of getting more foul calls. So he couldn't play his game. It's like he had a mental handicap. And handicapped is just how LeBron likes his opponents to be. And then, even with Kevin Durant playing with 5 fouls, the Heat are only up by 3 with 20 seconds left in the game. And LeBron has the ball with James Harden guarding him, hoping they can make a defensive stop and get the ball back. What do you think happens next?
Away. No foul, Scott Brooks is yelling. And a blocking foul on Harden as he tried to draw the charge.
And here's the cherry on top of their cheating Sunday. They call an imaginary blocking foul on Harden, but where was the foul? You can see Harden looks utterly confused, as do the rest of us. Let's go to the replay. Oh, so I guess James Harden's chest blocked LeBron's elbow when he swung it around at him. There was no foul. LeBron got help from the league to win this series. This is a fake championship. This championship is about as real as a reality show. Okay, let's slow this down and tell me where James Harden committed a foul. Let us know in the comment section. So the end of Game 3 was about as well officiated as the end of Game 2. So basically, if LeBron is on defense, there will be no foul call. And if LeBron is on offense, there will be an automatic foul call. LeBron's whole career has been a reality show. His fake championships have all been manufactured. His GOAT case is an illusion. If LeBron lost this series as he should have, he'd merely be a top 15, top 20 player all time. He'd never be compared to Michael Jordan. He'd never be in the conversation for greatest of all time. And there's a strong possibility he never would have won a championship. And Kevin Durant would have went on to be held better than LeBron. And OKC would probably have been a dynasty and likely won 3 to 5 championships. And they would have done it by drafting and constructing their roster organically. LeBron has never won a championship on an organic roster.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The way Jordan did, the way Kobe did, the way Tim Duncan did, the way Dirk Nowitzki did, the way Steph Curry did, the way Giannis Antetokounmpo did, the way Nikola Jokic did, the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did. LeBron will never know what that feels like.